In the wild, cobras are the nightmare of any prey, but even powerful predators can stagger them. And when a tiny mongoose comes up against a giant king cobra, what will happen? Will agility be enough to overcome venom, or will cunning win over strategy? You won't be able to take your eyes off it until the decisive moment. Weighing only a few pounds, the mongoose has lightning-fast reflexes, agile legs, and the ability to dodge. The king cobra is the longest venomous snake, growing to over 18 feet and weighing over 20 pounds. Even a small amount of venom can be dangerous to many creatures. One side is agile and cunning, the other is sinister and mysterious, creating a strange balance. They coexist in a rich environment, dense forests interspersed with dry grasslands, where the ground is littered with rocky outcrops and bushes. In the sky, eagles circle for prey. On the ground squirrels, quail, and swarms of insects create a vibrant rhythm of life. Sometimes, while the mongoose is busy searching for insects or bird eggs, the cobra lurks around for hatching eggs or hunting rodents. Here, everyone has to be on guard. A small squirrel, a baby bird, or even a resting snake can become the center of the hunt. Mongooses and king cobras don't always come face to face. Often, it's over food and territory. King cobras need large areas to hunt and protect their eggs. Mongooses roam the same areas for insects and rodents, sometimes invading the same areas. A small patch of land, a small food source, is enough to turn a peaceful scene into a clash. Both were exhausted, but the difference was clear. The cobra slowed, its pecs lacking precision. The mongoose immediately recognized its opportunity. It charged forward, then retreated just before the danger. Each move was a balance between boldness and cunning. In nature, victory comes not from sheer strength, but from seizing the golden moment. One quiet morning, the king cobra slithered out from under a tree, its hood raised high, emitting a cold hiss. The mongoose advanced step by step, its ears erect, its eyes fixed on its opponent. It had faced danger before, but it had never underestimated it. Each dodge, each turn was like a dance. The snake's head darted forward in a flash, but the mongoose's legs were even faster. In this tense game of chess, even a moment of distraction could mean losing the advantage. And in this encounter, the mongoose kept its composure until the end, forcing the king cobra to concede, marking a clear victory for agility and patience. In an open area where puddles glistened in the heavy rain, the mongoose advanced into the open, every move deliberate and deliberate. The mongoose did not confront with force, but relied on patience and cunning. When the cobra attacked repeatedly, it dodged, waiting for the right moment. This familiar strategy allowed it to wait for its opponent to tire before striking. The more it attacked, the more energy the snake lost, while the mongoose remained agile. Then at the decisive moment, it counterattacked cleanly, forcing the cobra to fall, once again proving the superiority of cunning over raw strength. One hot afternoon, a cobra approached a squirrel's nest. A warning cry rang out, and the squirrels rushed out, raising their tails and jumping around to cause trouble. They also kicked up dust, obscuring the enemy's vision. In the midst of the chaos, a mongoose appeared, attracted by the cry and seeing an opportunity to find food and eliminate the threat at the same time. The cobra locked onto its target, unable to retreat easily. Thus, a three-way confrontation broke out. The snake wanted to hunt, the squirrel wanted to protect, and the mongoose sought an opportunity. Each species' actions were driven by survival instinct. In this chaotic scene, each side had its own strategy. The cobra tried to keep its distance, making precise pecks to scare the opponent. The squirrels constantly harassed, creating distractions. The mongoose, experienced in confrontations, did not rush in. It patiently observed, waiting for the snake to make a mistake in the confusion of many opponents. The fight was not just about strength, but also a test of tactics and the persistence of instinct. And then the outcome was unclear. No one wanted to pay too high a price. The snake retreated in a wary position. The squirrels continued to warn, and the mongoose retreated after showing that it was not easily subdued. The victory did not belong to anyone because all three wanted to warn, to prove that they were not easy to bully. This was a tug of war where there was no winner, only an affirmation. Each species knows how to protect itself. The day before, the yellow mongoose had been leisurely moving around the crevices, examining every rock for food. The next day, it returned. The atmosphere had been tense since its arrival, each gust of wind passing through the crevices, shaking the bushes as if signaling what was about to happen. Suddenly, the Cape Cobra appeared, its body silently winding in the shade, moving gracefully between the narrow crevices. The moment of meeting was amazing. The small but brave mongoose, its eyes sparkling, observing every move of the dangerous one. It moved slowly, cautiously, using the crevices to avoid detection, occasionally pausing to catch its breath, assessing each step. The cobra lurked, curled up in the crevices, waiting for an opportunity, while the mongoose patiently observed and calculated its next move. Time seemed to slow down. Suspense rose. Every narrow gap in the crevices could change the outcome. Finally, thanks to lightning-fast reflexes and exquisite instincts, the mongoose made a clever move, gained the advantage, and won. In this open space, there was no place to hide. Every move was exposed. The mongoose jumped to the side, retreated and adjusted its breathing, preparing for any situation. The cobra raised its body, observing its opponent every moment. Raindrops fell evenly on the slippery ground, creating more challenges for both of them. Under the heavy rain and open space, the mongoose took advantage of its absolute flexibility. A lightning-fast jump, a graceful dodge, and it gained the upper hand, forcing the cobra to retreat. Finally, the mongoose launched a decisive counterattack, knocking down the cobra. While encounters with king cobras are familiar, the mongoose occasionally faces another enemy, the black mamba. Known for its speed and recklessness, the snake often occupies open, dry areas to hunt. When their feeding grounds overlap, tensions arise. The mongoose relies on agility and experience, while the black mamba relies on speed and aggression. The encounter not only continues previous conflicts, but also shows that the mongoose's survival instinct must always adapt to different opponents. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. If you are curious and want to discover more classic confrontations, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next stories.